What's good, YouTube? It's Money Monsoon here, and we're going over my favorite frames from across the Spider-Verse. Now, this movie's been out for a while, and I've never got to show my appreciation for the whole movie, so I figured might as well make this video where I just go over my favorite frames, because this movie is really well animated. They took their time for each and every frame of this movie. And so when I say frame, I mean when I pause the video on that frame, that is my favorite frame. I'm not talking about a sequence, because if I was talking about the sequences, the video would be a lot longer than it is. This movie has so many good sequences, but we're just going over the frames. Now, we may share a similar opinion. You guys may have some favorites that aren't on my list. Either way, let's get through this and let's just go over these clean frames. Number one, we have this frame. Yeah, the one in the pause on the background. This is when Miguel comes in and, you know, he's zooming past, saves Gwen. And this frame right here is just so clean. You got the rocks falling, they're different colors when peeking through with the mask. I just found this one really clean. I should mention, this is not in a specific order. This is going to be in the order of the movie. So if it's closer to the beginning of the movie, then it's going to appear first. This right here will probably be my next favorite frame of the movie. I'm not going to lie, like, I wasn't going to choose a lot of Miguel frames. He does have some clean frames, but he's just not like one of my favorite characters. But this one is just kind of one of my favorites from Miguel, because we have the wings of Vulture in the background, and then the light makes it kind of blend in with Miguel. It just looks so clean. I don't want to say this frame's in my favorites. It is a clean frame. Like, if I was doing a list, it would be like a noticeable mention when Gwen shows her secret identity to her dad. Like, they did a clean job just with the images in like this sequence. This would be a noticeable mention. The next frame is in this scene right after Miles had to talk with Gwen, his mother and his dad, and it all goes wrong and Gwen leaves and Miles is still grounded. He's just kind of like sad and he's looking over the city. Like, this shot looks so clean. It's kind of hard to describe. Like, it's not like Spider-Man doing anything cool, but it's just a clean shot of Miles looking over the city. I could respect it. That's why it goes on my favorites. This is gonna have to go on another favorite frames right here. When Gwen's about to go off on her portal and Miles is invisible, you know, and they're just both looking in the same direction, off towards the city. Probably both thinking different things. It's kind of hard to describe like why I like the frames without like talking about the sequence leading up to the frame, but it's just a clean shot. And I'll give a reason for this one. Like, this one is my favorite because like even though they're Spider-Man, they're both living such different lives that like cause them to go different paths, right? And they can't exactly be truthful to each other. And so that's why Miles being invisible, it shows like that they can't respect that truth or whatever, but at the same time, like, they're both kind of thinking the same thing, that like, I don't want to say that like they want to be together, but like they still want to like be around each other. And this is what that kind of signifies even through this frame. When just talking about the picture itself, like, doesn't Miles look so clean? Like, they did this whole thing of him being invisible shaded really well. That's all I'll say on this one. This one, pretty clean frame. This one will have to be going to my noticeable mentions, honestly, just because of the meme. The meme makes this picture so much greater, because I would have thought nothing of this scene or of these frames, but now every time I look at this, I can't not see the meme. So noticeable mention for sure. The next one is like, it's really quick. It's kind of hard to get this frame, so I'm just gonna like be spamming that pause button. Here it is. I guess it wasn't as hard, but just because it happened so quick. It's just the frame of Miles escaping the other Spider-Man after just being tackled by so many. He escapes and you get this clean shot of Miles. It's for sure one of my favorites. Like, it was one of those things I noticed like in the movie theaters. Like, I thought that was my favorite frame when I was watching the movie, and it happened so quick. This frame I'm about to show, it's one of my favorite frames just because of the sequence. So I mean, this is the whole sequence, right? So I got like right here. Is so clean. He kind of does this whole swing under the bridge and he does another pose. One of those is my favorite. I can't even decide between those. Next we have this frame. This is right before he kicks Miguel on the train to the moon or something. This frame looks like Miles just hit some clean ass dunk and he's coming down with the pose or something, or like he dunked on you and he's putting his nuts in your face or something like that type of feeling. It's definitely looked like Miles dunked on someone. but really he's just about to kick someone. That's why I like this frame, just because it looks like he's dunking. The sequence was clean though. This right here, another one of my favorite frames, is Miles saying goodbye after he did the "nah, I'm gonna do my own thing." He's kind of sad here because, like, in his head, he's never gonna see these people again. Like, he's probably never gonna try and come back or travel the multiverse type of thing, which is why I like this frame. This looks clean too. This definitely looks clean too. This right here, definitely one of my favorite frames. So we got the Prowler, or Miles' uncle from Earth 42. We got Miles kind of figuring out that his uncle still is the Prowler in this universe, and he's not exactly on his side. This is really clean, how they did it, the different colors, all that sort of stuff. Then we got this shot of the Prowler. It's clean because you could see him putting on the glove. It's all lighting up. And you could see his reflection in the window. Yeah, no, this definitely goes on my list for favorites. This is a close second, you know. I really like this shot. The lighting, everything. This shot of Prowler, Miles, Earth 42, definitely clean. Definitely goes on my favorite list. And you could probably guess what's the next shot and the final shot on my favorite list is this shot of Miles, because he goes from being afraid to mean mugging it. He now realized there's no talking to this dude, to whoever he was talking to, himself. There's no getting through to him. It changes his whole demeanor. So I really like this face. Definitely a great frame. With that, we have my favorite frames from Into the Spider-Verse. You know, just a quick video showing some appreciation to the Across the Spider-Verse movie. I'm still am really excited for the Beyond the Spider-Verse. They really need to hurry up and drop that movie, finish it up, because, you know, we're waiting. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to drop that sub. Peace.